I know who I am. I will win!
Then I'll have to go beyond.
Hey G, I'll fuck with this.
Hey, I've been waiting for this one. Yes, sir. We're not even gonna waste no time. Todoroki versus Zuko, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Antagonist, anti-hero. We're gonna say antagonist turned into anti-hero, right? So yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and get into today's video, man. We in it, man. Yes, sir. My vote is on Todoroki. I think he can win this one. I think Todoroki could win this one, man. Hands down. Let's get it. Hey, y'all put down who y'all think will win, Todoroki or Zuko. I got my hands on Todoroki, bro. If Todoroki won, bro, it's a wrap, bro. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe before this video starts in 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, this is gonna be lit.
All those cool anime heroes out there, there's bound to be plenty with angsty daddy issues.
You mean like you?
Don't be silly, Wiz. I'm not an anime character. Like Prince Zuko, the firebending hunter of the Avatar, The Last Airbender.
And Shoto Todoroki, the prodigal son of fire and ice from My Hero Academia.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Water, earth, fire, air. The 4 elemental nations once coexisted peacefully. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, the cranky old Fire Lord went and conquered basically the whole world.
And 100 years later, the equally powerful Master of Fire Ozai continued that tyranny. Many believed his rule would one day pass to either his daughter Azula or his son Zuko.
Yeah, Fire Dad was way too ego crazy for that. He drove Azula mad, even though he did clearly favor her. Poor little Zuko got screwed over from the beginning.
Can you imagine your dad saying that while your sister was born lucky, you were just lucky to be born?
I can't imagine my dad saying anything to me.
Oh, right. Well, despite this, Zuko was desperate to prove himself. What a fine work ethic.
But he screwed up by talking out of turn in a big boy meeting. So naturally, his dad took him aside, sat him down, and taught him the importance of respecting others. Oh wait, just kidding. He burned his friggin' face off. Holy shit!
With his new scar came a new mission. Zuko would hunt down the elusive Avatar, the one threat to his nation's rule, to prove himself to his father and regain his honor.
Which is just a nice way of saying he was banished so he could never come back. Just like my dad didn't.
Though, frankly, Zuko did have the talent and training he needed to capture someone even as powerful as the Avatar.
Damn right, he's a fighting pro. The dude's strong enough to shatter metal chains with a kick. He's super skilled with martial arts, dual swords, and, oh yeah, firebending.
As a firebender, Zuko harnesses the light of the sun to summon flames from thin air. Wherever fire remains alight in an area that's not too cold, he can manipulate or bend it to his will.
I mean, if I had to pick between swirling water around, tossing a few rocks, or farting hot air all the time, I would definitely go with firebending. It literally means you're a living flamethrower.
Plus, it's surprisingly versatile. Aside from simply creating, launching, and moving flames, firebending can be used to heat objects, melt through ice prisons, and even defy gravity.
Is that guy flying? With fire? Awesome! How does that even work?
Well, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law. By creating a rapid series of explosions an inch or so away from the palm, the air in between the hand and fire is launched toward the user, thereby creating propulsion.
Yeah, firebending isn't just about creating fire. It's about creating a bunch of it. So Zuko can make large, long-lasting walls of flame to protect himself and keep enemies at a distance. That stuff's hot, you know.
Yeah, it's fire. You know, I've actually rigged up my arm to replicate the technique of firebending. Dummy, if you'd please.
Another test. How thrilling.
Now, this isn't as simple as just pointing and shooting. Firebenders fuel their flames with their own breath, and using it at all requires a fierce understanding of martial arts.
What are you trying to do, the Macarena?
Zuko's favorite form, the dancing dragon, draws primarily from northern Shaolin Kung Fu.
That's a Chinese martial art that's all about agility, wide stances, and aggressive attacks. A perfect mix of speed and strength.
Like this. Whoa!
Whiz. Why?
Ha ha ha.
Welcome to a world where the supernatural is natural, where more than 80% of the population
Yes,
possesses superhuman
sir.
abilities known as quirks.
And because everyone loves to game a system, there's a superhero leaderboard. At the very top of it stands the ultimate hero, All Might.
All Might's feats and reputation were incredible, a true symbol of peace for everyone. That is, everyone except the hero perpetually stuck at rank number 2.
That's Endeavor, and he vowed to surpass All Might. But his literal firepower was just never enough.
But if he couldn't do it himself, he would vicariously through his own heir. Thus, he made the desperate decision to arrange a quirk marriage.
Basically, he paid a family off to get a wife with an ice quirk and popped out kids until he got the right quirk combo. Gross. Feel like I need a shower.
After 4 attempts, they finally spawned the child he was looking for, Shoto Todoroki.
Half cold, half hot. Literally, right side's ice like his mom, and left side's fire like his dad.
Endeavor quickly separated young Todoroki from his supposedly lesser siblings, ruthlessly training him to become the most powerful hero in history.
Surprise! Things didn't go so well. He drove Shoto's mom totally insane until she broke.
Pouring boiling water on her son's left side, because it reminded her too much of him.
Okay, this is getting super heavy for a colorful cartoon about superpowers and frog people.
Fortunately,
Yeah.
Todoroki never truly fell for his father's disgusting manipulation. He attended UA High School, a hero academy, and worked to use his power for good.
But just his mom's power. Why use fire when you can stick it to the man? The man being a big scary fire dad over there. Anyone else notice his facial hair is made of fire? How does that work?
From his right side, Todoroki can summon intense bouts of cold, freezing the air or even creating massive glaciers of ice.
Talk about overkill! And like a good edgy teen, Shoto named this
Load it. Yes, sir. He's the goat of it. Yes, sir.
super iceberg something badass. Heaven-piercing ice wall! Oh, you can just taste the self-loathing.
He can create sheets of ice to slide on or propel himself forward as if riding a Heeley. While he can't manipulate the ice after he's launched it, he has extremely precise control over its initial release. He can even freeze opponents so thoroughly that they are frozen both inside and out, effortlessly causing necrosis and shattering body parts.
Seriously, that's so dark. It's chilling. Talk about having a cold shoulder.
But Todoroki
crazy.
has a problem. While he is highly resistant to cold, he's not immune.
Here I am. Guess I'll die.
Oh, I won't be needing you this time, dummy.
Genuine joy.
Casting too much ice from his right side will cause his body temperature to drop until he falls unconscious, potentially even suffering frostbite.
I mean, it takes freezing an entire building before side effects even start to show up, so it's not all. Why'd you even make this stupid robot?
That's why Endeavor chose to mix ice with fire. See, he had the same problem with his own fire quirk. But with cold and hot combined, they could counter each other's weaknesses.
Thankfully, Shoto met a friend who helped show him that his fire wasn't his father's, it was his own. You tell him, Deku. Finally, the full power of Icy Hut was unleashed. Hey, you think you could help my back? Just hurts from carrying the show.
While he's much less proficient with fire given his lack of experience with it, this half of his quirk is identical to Endeavor's. His fire is hot enough to melt Tetsu Tetsu, whose body can turn to steel, which means it can reach temperatures over 1600 degrees.
He can blast fire like a raging inferno, form walls of flame to block off areas, and use his evil dad's signature technique, flash fire.
Flash fire is a method of compressing flame under super hot temperatures before releasing it in a single strike. Endeavor can also shape his fire, use it to cling to walls, and fly.
But even if he is a huge dick, Endeavor was kinda right. Fire and ice combined put both quirks at their best. Shoto's one of the best in his class, taking hits from a tank like Deku, fighting top-tier foes like Stain, and keeping up with classmates like Bakugo and Tokoyami, who can block Kaminari's electricity.
And while he's often criticized for relying too much on his quirk, Todoroki is incredibly smart and a quick thinker, reading and setting traps for his opponents in the blink of an eye.
And after all that craziness, he finally patched things up with his mom, and somehow even inspired his dad to try and be a better person. What a nice story. I wish he could inspire my dad too. Not Mama, though. She's already perfect.
Well on his way to becoming a successful hero, Shoto Todoroki no longer fights in spite of his father, but for himself and the sake of others.
I wanted to. I'll be a hero.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, let me tell you about Blue Chew.
This episode of Death Battle is...
Hell no. Let's get into the battle. And like I say, I got my vote on Todoroki. Lego. I know they did. Well, they didn't. Oh. Alright. Hold on. Make sure I'm still recording. We in it, B? We in it, B. Lego.
Oh, it's time for a death battle!
Let's go, Todoroki.
A villain? You'll pay for that.
No, wait. I'm not the bad guy here. I mean, not anymore.
Your actions say otherwise. Fire, like my father. I'll prove I'm better than
Like my father.
both of you.
What's the matter? Melting under pressure? He's just...
Like me.
I love this. I love this. Like I had this in my head a while ago that I want like if that'd be a dope versus battle in my head, and it came to life. That's actually pretty dope. Cause they both got scars on their face, and I was just like, that'd be a dope battle. He's just like me. I like that. That was like the highlight of this fight. Let's get back into it. Better chill out because before the whole forest catches on fire, it's only you can prevent a wildfire.
Oh, my cabbages!
I never intended to finish you with fire. You could obviously block it, but not this. It's over.
I don't care how much power you have. I know who I am. I will win!
Then I'll have to go beyond.
Oh.
I am the Fire Lord. I will win this for my honor!
Plus
Okay,
Ultra.
talk about cool as hell. That was epic.
Please, I'm grieving here. Both Todoroki and Zuko held solid advantages over the other. Zuko's martial arts, athleticism, and lightning-fast reflexes meant that if he could get close to Todoroki, he could likely end the fight pretty quick.
But Shoto's no slouch. The guy may be better at long range, but he's been in scraps before. Like with the super fast, super deadly hero killer Stain. And with all that ice popping up everywhere and his own super sliding and boosting skills, Shoto made it hard for Zuko to get close for long.
Plus, the speed difference wasn't all that drastic. Todoroki's fellow student Tokoyami's Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari's electricity after it had been fired. Quirks are not magic, and there are very few ways for electricity to travel through the air. Lightning is essentially an ionized path that electricity travels through. Kaminari's quirk must use the same method.
Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari, Bakugo dodged Dark Shadow, and Todoroki can match Bakugo in a fight. Bada bing, bada boom, that's lightning fast reflexes, baby.
While Zuko certainly had more control over fire, Todoroki could easily repel his firebending with his own flames, not to mention the clear difference in temperature. Zuko may be skilled with fire, but he's not immune to it, nor did he have any reliable counter for fast and massive ice attacks.
We don't even need to bust out the calculator for this one, Wiz. That stadium is circled by a 4-kilometer track. That's huge! And the edgy ice wall covered almost half of it in less than a second. Zuko didn't have that kind of power spread.
Yes, I know fire melts ice, but not instantly when it comes to gigantic glaciers. Plus, firebending becomes much more difficult in cold temperatures. Sure, Zuko's melted through ice prisons before, but only ones where he could still move or at least breathe. Remember, firebending requires breath and movement. When Azula was trapped in an ice prison so compact she couldn't move or breathe, she was helpless.
But Shoto could just freeze over Zuko's insides anyway. No way he was surviving that.
Zuko might have been an admirable bender and adorable fan favorite, but Todoroki's overwhelming ice, versatile defense, and incredible power were just too much to handle.
Zuko aimed for success, but his opponent Shoto put him on ice.
The winner is Shoto Todoroki.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. Come back next week to see previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff, you can click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some DB merch at store.roosterteeth.com.
Hey, I haven't watched that one yet. I watched the Aang versus Edward Elric already. I haven't reacted to it, but I watched it on my own time. But I haven't seen Wally West versus Sonic, so if y'all want me to react to Wally West versus Sonic, give me like this video. Make sure you like this video. Like this video up. Give me 50. You know what I'm saying? Give me 50 views, and just make sure you leave a like on the video. That's it. That's all I ask. I even ask I'm asking for something light, just a small little dosage. But anyway, that ends today's video. Make sure you leave a like, turn on notifications, and subscribe to your boy. Road to 1K. You already know what time it is. Yes, sir. Follow your boy on Instagram at Gmb Reacts. I've been forgetting to mention that lately. Follow me on Gmb Reacts. And that ends today's video. For more content, stay tuned, turn on phone post notifications, and for some previous videos, check that out on the playlist right here. And make sure you subscribe, like I said, right here. This is your boy Gmb Reacts, aka Gmb Reacts. Gmb out. Yes, sir. Todoroki for the win. Yes, sirski.